It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Hello, model citizens. Welcome to Junction. Tonight on Trains and Tech, I am going to see if I can actually run a train on the new tracks that I recently installed. Now, I am about 80% sure one of the tracks will work, and I'm probably about 100% sure one of the tracks won't work at all. Who knows? It's all going to be a guess. Just for Ray, I do have a package here. We'll hopefully open that in a second. But I do just want to mention, although I am sure at this point everybody has heard about it, but I am an N scaler, and that's not the news. I mean, I'm an N scaler, so a lot of what I have behind me on the shelves comes from Microtrains. And as of this morning, Microtrains has laid off basically everyone that works for them except for a couple of people, and they've closed their factory and everything in the warehouse is being shipped out, and that's the end of them as a privately owned company. What did happen, it looks like Joey's a little late on the information. Atlas has bought all of their IP, so they've bought all of their current stock, they've bought all of their molds. I'm told their molds are going overseas, but not maybe to the typical place that we all know about, but Atlas is basically going to use their global production and distribution and all of that stuff, and it's now going to be called Microtrains by Atlas. We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of bummed. I really appreciated that there was a company that focused on N-scale. A lot of times us N-scalers feel left out, especially with how popular HO scale is in the US, but I do feel like N scale is getting bigger as people don't have as much money, have smaller spaces, but still want a model. So hopefully Atlas is going to pick up the what Microtrains has puts out there. I'm one thing that I'm really curious about, and there was somebody commenting in Reddit that like Atlas didn't hire the people. Atlas just got the stuff. So like the printing process that Microtrains has perfected over 30 years. And now, like, this is a Microtrains car weathered right out of the factory. And apparently the people that know this process aren't are no longer involved. So we'll see. How is Atlas going to pick up without the knowledge? Maybe they're gonna hire some of the people that were laid off. We'll see how many people are gonna move from Oregon to New Jersey. But interesting times. I'd love to hear from like N Scale Enthusiast and what was the other and Lowell Smith, because I know they were big partners of Microtrains, and a lot of their business came from products that Microtrains made for them. So this doesn't just affect Microtrains. There's kind of other companies that are affected. So we'll see. It was Eric Smith, and I think his wife's name is Kay, or Katie, something starts with a K. It was a family-owned business. One story I heard is, family-owned. They wanted to get out of the business, and that's what happened. Yeah, and Bill, it's funny you say that. Like, I'm wondering a little bit myself. Like, should I stock up on some things? I don't really know what I need at this point. That's kind of the interesting thing about it. One thing I thought too is interesting about the weathering, and with Atlas purchasing them, is Microtrains started doing this style of weathering on AccuRail cars. So they took what they were doing in N scale, moved it up to HO scale, and had that partnership. I'm curious what's also going to happen with like those sort of relationships as well. And yeah, Ray, I don't know that I necessarily need any excuses. I definitely am spending a lot of money. I also got an announcement maybe 3 weeks ago, I think it was, that Atlas is finally releasing their gold S2s that went on pre-order back in 2023. The silver S2s came out, but for whatever reason, the gold ones weren't being released. Supposedly they are coming out, and I've got 3 of the New York Central S2s because they're 3 numbers. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. As some people mentioned, it was kind of neat. Let me see if I can find, if I have a new here. This one should have it. I know I just walked away, but this one should have it. Yeah, I mean, like, they started putting on the back of them, or I think they've always had it, but it says, hold on a minute. Sometimes, there we go. Let's try that. I think it's always been there, but it has definitely been more prominent recently. I started getting packages from them with like big Made in America stickers on them as well. So yeah. Things change. Stuff happens. I don't know, I do, I do have, this is an Atlas caboose that I just got, Accumate couplers, so we'll see, we'll see, how things go, right there, I don't know if you can see that, where it's made, it says right there, so, I don't know, So should we what should we do first? Should we look at this package, or should we check that out? Or I get, what else I could show you guys? What did Roy say? I think Atlas N scale stuff is pretty decent these days. Agree, but they don't release very much of it. Agree as well. And I doubt they'll keep up the pace that MTL had. Yeah. I agree. I agree. Selfishly, because I do operations and coupling and uncoupling's a big thing, I'm a little nervous that they are going to do away with the microtrains coupler and switch everything to Accumate. Somebody said that they actually pay a licensing fee to AccuRail for the Accumate coupler. I don't know if that's true. So maybe Accumate's gonna go away. I don't know. Ray says if you want N scale stuff, he's having a big sale. So yeah, I really do hope Atlas does microtrains right. One person said that the owner of Atlas is actually an N scaler, so I don't know. So one thing I did recently too is I came up with a name for the switching puzzle. I don't know if you can see that. HCJX Switch Lab. So I basically got, except for having things run smoothly, I basically got it all set up and ready to go. Everything that I need to operate it basically is right here. I got 2 batteries which should run it for about 16 hours, extra fuses, battery charger, this is the pouch for the throttle, and then this is one of the storage boxes for it. So basically throw this in a backpack, throw the time saver under my arm, and theoretically now I got something that I can take with me to train shows and see how things go. But yeah, I don't know, I like the name Switch Lab. I thought it was kind of a neat name, just kind of the idea of lab, like being about exploration, about testing things, trying things. So I think that's kind of neat. It's hard to run a company with 50 N scalers out there. Well, I think there's a couple more than 50 of us these days, but I do understand that HO scale is still a dominant force in the US, but yeah. Yeah, I was almost going to take it someplace this weekend, but my partner in crime can't make it, and I really have no interest in going myself. So I'm not going to go this weekend, but yeah, I got to get it running a little better, and I kind of need to figure out, is it the locomotive? Is it the track? Which we may find out a little bit about, tonight. But have you thought about putting a handle on the layout to make it easier to carry? I did think about that. The problem is that the sides of it are just 1/8 inch, what's it called? Hardboard, masonite. And I could theoretically like attach, I guess, blocks to the back of it and do something. It's just, the masonite is just screwed in, so I'd have to, attach the blocks inside. I might still give it a try. There's a lot of wires. There's a lot of wires in there. And I don't know. But yeah, I am wondering a little bit about how I'm actually going to carry it and how that's going to go. But I'm pretty resourceful. I'll probably figure it out. Ray, how hard did you hit the lottery? And I hope you missed it. Yeah, a big duffel bag. Oh, shoulder strap's an interesting idea. I do have legs in the four corners. I could attach shoulder straps, a guitar case. I think it's a little big for a guitar case. But a duffel bag might work if I get a big enough duffel bag. It is 4 feet long by 10 inches. So bolts and nuts with fender washers to spread out the load. Yeah, what I would have to do, cello case, all of you guys. What I would have to do though, because that edge isn't actually mechanically fastened, is I would still need to somehow make sure that, you know, I got a secure connection to the actual shelf. But yeah, handle's not a bad idea. Maybe a Sherpa. Maybe I can find somebody to be a Sherpa. That's actually probably the best idea yet, is a rolling keyboard case. That's actually a pretty good idea. Anyone know of a cheap keyboard case for like $10? Needs to be 4 feet long by 10 inches wide by about 6 inches tall. So easier than Everest. John, are you volunteering? So I think we should probably get into this next. This is yeah. Yeah, didn't we just talk about micro trains, and the first thing you tell me to do is go yeah, I know. So this box is kind of interesting. It's been in the works for a little while. We've kind of gotten a taste of what's in here, and this is kind of an expansion of what was done previously. And I'm looking around to see if I can find the first car. Yes, it is more 40-foot box cars. They happen to actually be Atlas box cars, so they are that. They started out blank, and basically I sent them to the best private paint shop in the country. And if the work looks half as good as the previous work that I've gotten from the paint shop, it is going to be pretty incredible what's in here. So yeah, so we should definitely get into this box. I thought, so for people that don't know, Adam's on a bike ride right now. Adam posted earlier that he was at 2 miles, and now he's at 4 miles. So if anybody wants to go back and see how many minutes ago he posted 2 miles, and then how many when he posted 4 miles, we could actually kind of see how fast he's going. Why isn't John 2618 running the PNW? He could be. Are they running the PNW tonight? I don't know the answer. It's funny you say that, John. At like 6 o'clock tonight, it might as well have been night here. So again, came right out of the paint shop, went right into this box, shipped off to me, and I am definitely excited to get this box open and see how things came out of there. But I do have another camera set up over there. This is the area that I need to test. This is the new tracks that go into staging. I am probably 80% sure if these tracks are clean enough that I will be able to, I just realized why I'm probably kind of feeding back or echoing right here is because I'm kind of talking right into the iPhone and it's probably bouncing off the iPhone right into my microphone. These are the tracks and staging to staging. This track right here you can see is a different color than all the rest of them because it's a new piece of track that was put in. This was a repurposed track, a repurposed turnout. This turnout didn't move, although it does bounce a little bit. Looks like this is looks like the weather has made this a very, very tight fit right here. That's gonna be fun coming out of staging. All right, so I think this is gonna work though. I suspect this section will still work. What I don't think is gonna work is this track right here. This track has an insulated joiner down here, and I have yet to add feeders, so it is very unlikely this track is going to work. I don't know if this track is going to work, though, either. This track does have a couple insulated joiners in various spots, but it might have enough connections, but I kind of want to check this because if I can figure out where it needs power and where it doesn't, I can mark it and figure that out. I do still have a switch machine to put in over here. I've been kind of nervous to put this one in. I've got a little setup here with a little thing. This will drop into the hole. So I can drop this into the hole. I don't know if you can, how well you can see that. Then I can go underneath and I'll attach the switch machine underneath, and then I'll kind of lift this up and hopefully secure the switch machine in the spot that it needs to go. I probably should not have glued this down. I probably should have put this in first, but you know, that's what we did. It does have a nice little screw connector here. Got some more of these little wiring harnesses, so we'll wire that up. Talking about signals earlier. I got so many little projects going on. Not $10, but reasonable at $34. Looks like we're going shopping. Wow, this that is does it have wheels though, Ed? I don't think it has wheels. Where are we going? Where are we going? Right there. So here it is. This is what Ed found for me. It does have 3 pockets on the front, which are kind of nice, although probably not big enough for what I need. Does not look like it has wheels, but the outer dimensions seem to be appropriate-ish. So I do kind of wonder with the outer dimensions, do you think it says what the inner dimensions are? The size accommodates. Nah, well, it's saying, but it's saying those are the inside dimensions. Who can find the inside dimensions on this thing? Here we go. Inner dimensions. Oh, that's the wrong bag. That is the wrong size. Huh. Well, this was you can add wheels. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know you know what would work really well in New York City is I could get a one of those rifle cases. Cuz that might go really well. All right, so this says outer dimensions 34.6, inner dimensions 33.5. So, oh wait, maybe if I click over here, 6188 keyboard bag. Here we go. Oh wait, this is 88S. What is this one? 88 key or the, okay, so there's a large 88 key or a regular one. So 54 inches to the outside is the one we're looking at. Isn't this like thrilling for everybody? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Twice as much, but it has backpack straps. Yeah, I don't want I don't want backpack straps. I want it to roll. Ed, I'm getting older, man. I'm catching up to you, or at least I'm trying to catch up to you. All right, so 53.1 by 6.3 by 12.6. So let's see, 6.3. Let's grab a measuring tape, and let's see, with the legs to the top of the ends, because I made the ends a little bit higher, comes out to 6 1/8. Well, if I could, it would look good with your piano key necktie. How do you know that I have a piano key necktie? Oh, the other one has wheels too? But you said it's twice as much. Backpack straps. Hold on. All right, so we'll add this to the cart. Ed, if you make me spend money today, this is going to be a problem. Who just asked? Somebody just asked if I play piano. I know where the keys are. I grew up taking piano lessons. I don't know if taking piano lessons counts as playing the piano, but all right, so this one's $85. Jeez, Ed. You really are trying to hurt me, aren't you? Inside dimensions 53 by 7 by 15, so this would work. And look at that, it does have wheels. So I guess either you put up or you shut up, I guess, is the way you look at it, right? Boy, how cool would I look walking into a train event with a bag on my back like that? Would that not be like the coolest look ever? Picture me in my Split Rock t-shirt that I'm sporting tonight, with that bag on my back. God damn. I'd have to fight the women off. All right, probably not, but. So here's my problem with this case. For those of you looking at this case right now, who knows what the problem is with this case? Go ahead, I'll wait. I am actually gonna add it to my cart though. Oh look, I can add protection. I wonder if the protection can be somebody like as my bodyguard. Like maybe I can hire Ray to be my bodyguard, and anytime like I'm walking around with this case on, like Ray would be there and say like, back up, give him space, give him space. See, you guys know me. You guys know me. That's it. It's the wrong color. If it was green, it would be in my cart. It would be purchased. It would be, done and over with. But no, Ed, you had to find me a blue one, not a green one. But we added it to the cart, and look at all these other options too. These are who knew that this would turn into a coolness factor live stream, and we would be talking about how cool I would look carrying this. Oh, pause. Oh man, there's videos too. Hold on, let's see. Can I figure out how to play the video without there we go. We got videos playing. What do we got? Tune in 6 weeks from now when Heath talks about his back surgery. Yeah. I see red, maybe other colors are available. I only saw red and blue. And for whatever reason, maybe it's because red is faster, but red was $10 more. The blue is $85. The red was $95. I guess you pay more for a little extra speed. Could you imagine me airbrushing that? No, not getting into DJing. See, Dennis, if you showed up on time, you would understand this conversation, and this conversation would make more sense to you. What we're talking about is this is basically ready to go. And it's got its name on it already. And it's got, the car card boxes and everything ready to go. It's all wired up. And we were talking about putting a handle on it. And then people started talking about cases. And then Ed said, here, put it in or somebody said, put it in a piano case. And then, of course, Ed went out and started finding me piano cases that this thing would fit in. So then we started talking about how cool I would look walking around with that thing on my back. Could you imagine showing up in the mall with that bag and saying, hey, can you embroider this? Well, John, that would actually probably be the best thing, is if I could find one of those like suitcase that rolls type contraptions, and I could sit on it and roll. Oh, look at this. Wait. Oh, I didn't know this. Look at this. It's anti-scratch and it's waterproof. I mean, Andrew, hey buddy, want to switch my railroad? We were talking about opening this box. Yeah, paddleboard. See, at least if I was carrying a keyboard case, like, somebody would look at me and go, yeah, I could see him as a piano player. If I was carrying a paddleboard case, do you think there is anybody in the world that would look at me and say, yeah, that guy paddleboards? Probably not. Probably wouldn't happen. But I gotta figure out how to better solder these. This one's bending. I did see a better way, but now that I've already soldered this one once, I'm probably just gonna add a bunch more solder on it. We'll see. I cleaned up the room too. I thought that was kind of an exciting thing that happened today. Was getting the room organized, so I can actually kind of like do laps now, which is kind of exciting. I know, Anyway, all right. We got a box. Again, this box came from the best paint shop in the United States. I will say there is another fantastic paint shop as well in the US, but they have sworn off N scale. They did one N scale car and they basically said, I am never ever doing N scale again. So unfortunately, I don't know if that paint shop is ever going to produce another N scale car. That said, I guess I'm sort of lying, because that paint shop did produce another N scale car, right? I think we all know what I'm talking about here. I forgot that the N scale paint shop, one of them, that said they would never paint another N scale car. Wonder if I can find that first N scale car. What do you think? I come back here because most of the cars are now on this part of the layout, and I realize I'm probably about like 2 inches high right now. So this is the car that broke Joey. Amazing looking car. It's got a pallet on one side and some I forget what's on the other side. Some boxes, it looks like, some strapped down boxes. So he's got loads inside, nicely weathered, and he did this as well. So while I'm saying that this came from the best paint shop in the US, I do recognize that there are other paint shops that have done N-scale work, but unfortunately they've kind of sworn off doing more. So that paint shop seems to be closed for business. And here I am. I'm like trying to. This is where my like I guess OCD a little bit, like gets in the way. I'm sitting here. When I picked this car up, it doesn't have metal wheels on it. Oh, and I just figured out why I can't get it back on the track. I can't get it back on the track because this one wheel has popped out of the truck, which means I probably dropped something on this at some point in time. But there we go. Got it back on. But I've been trying to put it back on the track ever since I picked it up. Okay, so we're not working with this car. All right, so has anybody figured out yet who the paint shop is? Maybe there should be a paint shop in Manhattan. Have you, Ray, I know you haven't been watching me very long, but have you seen how I paint things? I'm trying to think if I have an example. I paint things about as well as I put glue on things. Meaning that I put at least twice as much glue as needed on anything that I do. What, Heath has CDO? Yeah, I do. You've improved at gluing. I know. Painting is kind of one of those things that when I start getting into it, I need to like set up a little space. Right now, all my paint stuff's kind of down there in the corner. Once I get the layout, I think, going again, and I'm not doing a bunch of this other stuff, I can kind of get the painting stuff out and maybe start doing the painting. Oh, I don't know. If you guys are following my Discord, you can see the big hole that's in my wall right now. But we did paint the living room last week, so there is that as well. Yeah, Dennis, I'd say that's true. And I gotta admit, I don't know if I'm ever in the correct headspace. Oh, you know what? Actually, since Dennis is here, oh, is it up there? Where is it, Dennis? I was gonna show you Dennis's end scale work as well, but now I'm not remembering. It should be out here on the layouts. Oh, here it is. It's like right in front of me. But yeah, this is from Dennis. This was on his layout, is my understanding, and he sent it to me. I kind of want to like use this and this guy here. This one is from Lynn. I kind of want to use these guys on the time saver. I'll put some magnets in the bottom so that it can like, self-align basically, but then I could remove it for packing. But I would like to, I think it would be a good use of these to put them on that switching layout. I think that would be a good use of those pieces. Number 1 or number 2? What are we asking now? Oh, Dennis, yeah. Sorry. Dennis number 1 did that. Dennis number 2, I don't think they're on the layout right now. I think they're off the layout. I think one of them's on the layout. I think one of them's off the layout. But I don't know. Dennis 2 keeps threatening to get another one up here. Tammy, good news. I don't know how good news it is. My wife, girlfriend, partner person might be working Thanksgiving, so I may have more time than I think I have when you guys are up here visiting. So, all right, is this box open yet? Why isn't this box open yet? That is true. Yeah, Lynn's does have lights. If you flip it over, Lynn's has lights. And Lynn always asks me too, he goes, did you lose the box with all the little accoutrements in it that he sent? And I say, no, I didn't. Oh, I just saw it today. It was right there. Where'd I move it to now? I literally had it earlier and it was sitting. Oh, here it is. It's still there. Lynn sent me a little deck and accessories box as well for items. So, I believe it's that Lynn's is completely scratch built. Although they do have a similar feel to them, which is why I think they would look great together on the time saver, and then it would kind of give it, you know, I could use this as kind of the start of the feel of it, I guess. So yeah. Paul says, sigh, he literally had the razor in his hand. And so, yeah, it is. It's like they're like color. It's like you guys worked together to do that as well. You don't happen to have pink ends. Of course I have pink end scale. I know this isn't what you were asking about, but I found that today too. See, I did actually clean up today. I don't know that I'm going to find the rest of the pink end scale, but I did find that. Dennis, that's the razor you need for deep foam cuts. Box is sad. It wants to be open. You don't even know what's in the box, Adam. How can you say the box is sad? There's only one person here that knows what's in the box. Hello, everybody. What did I miss? Ted, you have missed nothing, because I'm trying to get this box open, and every time I go to open this box, somebody makes some comment that distracts me. Oh, did anybody notice this? Look, here's got the Salt Lake Railroad sticker right there. There's air in the box. There's air in the box. Hey, Heath, how many micro trains cars did you have? Will you go count them? That is one thing I absolutely am not going to count, because, you know, there was a time where when I actually had an inventory of a lot of the, at one point, most of the stuff on this shelf was inventoried, but now what was on this shelf that was inventoried is now on the layout. This is all circus stuff. So, and then there's stuff up there. I don't, you know, there ain't going to be no count. He played piano. I didn't play piano for you. We were just looking at amazing piano carry. Ooh, look, we can see what it's compatible for. Not compatible. Time saver puzzle. Nah, it doesn't say that. How cool. I mean, if that, could you imagine me walking down the street like that? I don't know. I gotta think about that keyboard case. It's, you know, it's $100, you know, it's $100. I swear, if this doesn't get open, no one make a comment in the box is open. No distractions. Are you gonna rage quit modeling, or are you gonna rage quit prototype modeling? I am, Ted. I talked about that at the beginning of the stream, actually, and it's kind of a yeah, it's kind of a thing. Oh, Scott just said, if we only have 15 minutes. Oh, I get rough. If I only have 15 minutes, should I, we should probably head over there and see if I can't run some trains, right? Because the goal, for those of you who don't know the goal is to start doing op sessions again. And when I start doing op sessions again, I do have to make some new car cards. And Dennis, where have you been? Go back to the beginning of the stream. We had a whole conversation about it. It's been all over Facebook. It's been all over everywhere. Everyone's been talking about it. Blah, blah, blah. Do that on your own time. Are you talking about opening the box? I should open the box on my own time. What kind of paper? Oh, not that one. Here, what kind of paper do I print my car cards on? I use cardstock. I actually use 65-pound cardstock. I tried printing my waybills on colored paper. I don't recommend it. I highly recommend just using white, which is kind of what this is, but it's a little off-white. But yeah, this is just 65-pound. I got some 90-pound, and it just ended up being way too kind of... it was too much. It was too much. 65's good. I operated on a layout recently where everything was done in paper. The car cards were just printed on paper, which I thought was kind of interesting, but I think the 65-pound cardstock with the bottom folded over and the waybill in it, I think it's a nice size when you have like a pile of them in your hand. It definitely gives you that, you know, kind of like I'm playing cards as well. So I'm using a color laser printer. It is an older brother printer. It doesn't print on both sides, which is why all my waybills and everything are just single-sided. But the colors are actually they've actually been pretty good. So yeah, how did I wire it? What do you mean? How did I wire the printer? That would be pretty I mean, I used a USB printer cable. Actually, that's not true. That's not true, actually. It is not, I did not use a USB cable. It is actually networked. And I looked into getting a different printer, but, you know, have I ever thought of switching to Z-Scale? You know I've got a whole bunch of Z-Scale. Now you're just asking random questions, Ray. You don't really want to know. You don't really want to know. Okay, our first item in the box is a piece of... it says Air Plus by Storo Pack. Reuse, reduce, recycle. Throw that off to the side. Ooh, now we can start seeing some stuff. So they're all basically the same. So once you see one, you'll see all of them. So that's number one. That's number two. Here's number three. Here's number four. So if you haven't seen it, here's the first one. So the paint shop originally did this first one for me. And when I had the decals made, I actually had 16 numbers created. So I bought 16 blanks. The paint shop, the incredible US paint shop, did this one, also did some other items on my layout, and offered to do the first 8. So I actually have now 8 of these. They're basically pacemaker inspired, and they now I've got a whole set of 8 of them. So the idea now is I can take off some of these other cars off the layout. And there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which means there's probably, are there 2 with the same numbers? What's John saying? Check all of them. You want me to check all of the ones that are out here? I hear the paint shop is happy to be free to work on more sane projects. Yeah, I really do appreciate the paint shop that does this work. like they don't just like tape off the cars and like just kind of like spray them and do it. The paint shop that does this takes apart the cars meticulously, all of the little parts, and then reapplies all of the little parts, and it's really really pretty impressive. It's under a couple of things, but it's right here. Adam sent me an HO scale one. I've actually taken that one to a couple of op sessions as well. John says, check the one with a note on it. Let's see. John said, I know you collect these cars, so I took a chance. If you don't like it, I will repaint. So if you guys don't know, the paint shop that I've been referring to, oh, let's go the other way. Oh, that was a little fast. Sorry, Dennis one. The paint shop that I'm referring to is John 2618. If you have not seen John 2618's channel, YouTube channel, this is it. It's the Somerset and Raritan. He does incredible work, both with the painting of his cars as well as the scenery on his layout. And I understand he's working on putting in a helix, and he's going to do, I think it's like a 4-deck layout or something like that. But yeah, you'll have to check out his YouTube channel because he's documenting all of that. So let's see. He did tell me there was a little Easter egg in here for me. So yeah, and these are all Atlas cars, because Atlas happened to sell blanks, and the other company, who shall not be named, doesn't sell, doesn't really sell a lot of undecorated. These are all N scale. I've been waiting a long time on my S&R car. Is one coming your way? You didn't send everybody their ATLP cars. All right, so let's check this out together. Oh, that's really cool. Actually, that is really awesome. I do actually collect breast cancer awareness cars, so that is actually really cool. That was a good idea, John. That was a really smart idea. Here, I guess I need to now find them and pull them down, right? Because otherwise people will just think I'm crazy. I don't think I need to. Oh, here we go. Here's some of them at least. Let's see. Let's get this stack of cars down. That's not it. I mean, that's not one of them. Here's the other one. But yeah, what I don't have is a pink locomotive, which I would like to get at some point. But let me do this so I don't make everybody sick. So yeah, I have a collection of these breast cancer cars. This is the Microtrains TTTX car. Here's the Atlas one with all of the little notes on it. You guys probably can't see that. But here is the one without all the little notes on it. And then Exactrail came out with 2 cars as well. Somewhere, maybe it's here. Maybe I just missed taking it out. Nope, that's not it. This is another of these. I think this is the same one. Yeah, somehow I ended up with 2 of these. But I have a somewhere I have a well car as well that is pink, and I've been really trying to find oh, here. Well, here's one. This is not the one I was looking for, but this is from Eastern Seaboard Models. I love that. Look at that. Look at how that fits in with all those. What won't be pink? Oh, the ATLP car? Yeah, Dennis number 2. I will buy one of those off of you if you do make any of them for sale. It's not going to be there. I've got another well car that is a 52-foot well car that's pink, but I'm not sure where that one is. This is the Otter Valley breast cancer car for Izzy, and it's got the ribbon on it. So now I really want to find that well car because I think I found almost all of the other ones. But yeah, I actually I will probably, I'll run this on my layout just as a thing. Are there pink covered hoppers? I have not I do not know. I don't think I've seen N scale pink hoppers. But yeah, I think there's a lot of so the reason I get the pink cars is my mom passed away from cancer when she was 48, which I think was in like 1996, if I'm not, February of 96. And she didn't pass away from breast cancer. She passed away from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a blood cancer, I believe. So technically this isn't the correct cancer, but this is the cancer cars that you can get, I guess. And they're the cancer cars that, yes, men get breast cancer, but primarily known as anyway. So I've been kind of collecting these as a little bit of an homage to her. I guess I do need, I guess the two things that I really do kind of need is I got to figure out what locomotive to pull these with, and I got to figure out what, I guess I need a caboose as well. I don't have any caboose to go along with these. But yeah, Otter Valley, Exact Rail, Atlas, Micro Trains, Eastern Seaboard. If anybody knows of other ones, or if you see them out there, oh yeah, this was a good idea. Look at that. One of a kind right there. One of a kind. That is cool. So John, so there's 10 of these, I guess. Did I send you 10? I now have 10 of them. Are they all different numbers? Or are any of these repeats? Because that would be really cool if these are all different numbers. Then I have 10 different numbers. That would be really cool. Or did you end up redoing? Oh wait, I sent you 9? Wait, how many? Am I counting wrong? Now my counting is I can't count. Oh no, that's right. Wait, so I sent you 9, right? So this was 1. The first one that you did was 6011, and then you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. So I have 10 now. Right. So most of them should be 40-foot PS1s, but there should be, I think, there's like one there's got to be 1 or 2 that's different. Oh no, they're all the same. There's another batch that's different. Everything is just done. Hope it won't come back. Yeah. Get your colonoscopies. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, all this, it's just, yeah, it's really crazy. Really pretty. I'm trying to think what I should pull them with. I should make a train with all this stuff now with that, with the pacemaker one. I'm looking around at kind of, I have a, you know what I have that might be fun to pull it with? Let's see if I can find it. don't even know where it is to be able to find it. Here it is. I could pull it with this, which would be kind of a fun thing to pull it with. The Broadway Limited Paragon, but it's one of their steam locomotives, and it's the Fantasy Scheme New York Central Pacemaker. So it's red. It's not it's obviously it's not pink, but I think this would probably be the appropriate locomotive to pull this train with. And I can probably, now I'm looking for a caboose. So I can do a red caboose. I've got this D&H caboose here that is red. I also, I think, just got, well, that's a Sioux Line caboose. Well, I like the Sioux Line because, if you guys don't know, William Sampson, who modified my Proto Throttles, is Sioux Line. I have somewhere a, what I'm looking for is, I mean, that's a good one. I thought I had, not that one. Maybe this is it. This is I believe that's a Rapido car. I'll have to look. I have a lot of cabooses. Somewhere I do have a pacemaker caboose, actually. So I could use that as well. I could also throw some pacemaker cars in to make it longer. Oh, you know what I could use too? I forgot about these. I didn't forget about them, but I think that pacemaker locomotive is probably the right choice. But I do also have like this honoring first responders that's a red one. And I do also have this RJ Corman one that's a red one. So I think these are an idea, but I do think the pacemaker is probably the right choice for that, or to do a full train of it. I don't know why I can't find. I thought I had another caboose on the layout, but anyway, yeah. So that's what was in the package. Sorry it took so long to open because people kept distracting me. But yeah, I like the RJ Corman on my layout. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. Yeah, I think. Well, Dennis just wants the pacemaker because he likes steam locomotives. So I know it's probably somewhere around the layout. Boy, you just had to get that in, didn't you? Thanks for coming on this journey. I do want to get this layout running. That's the goal for the next week. That's what I'm going to spend this weekend doing. I actually don't have any layout adventures or model railroading adventures planned for this weekend. So the plan is to get that section over there. Oh, that's not the one. That's the one. Get this guy all wired up, get this area going. Shouldn't be too hard to get it going, but I have to do it. I just have to do it. I have to run things, get it going. John, thank you so much. This was a really good touch. This was really that was a great idea. That was a really great idea. From the city that never sleeps, farewell, model citizens.
about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.